Well, only 27 days since you won the Premiership title across the road, but that's a great way to start your defence.
Yeah, and I've got to say, over and over again, I've been saying this in the last 6 months, you've got to just hand it over to the players, haven't you? Because ultimately we can say all the right things as coaches. It's kind of easy to say the right things as coaches when you've been working with a group for quite a long time. They know what you're going to say. We know what it's going to take to win the game. But actually, you hand it over to them and go, well, are you going to turn up and work hard today? Because the bits and pieces are there, but are you going to work hard enough for it all to come together? And we did. We stuck to task fantastically well. And that game was tight for a long period. Again, we've got supporters probably watching at home who would have been biting their nails for 60 minutes out there today. And yet it kind of felt like we knew what we were doing. And the players have just said that they actually felt quite comfortable out there and they knew what we were doing was working and they knew that it would pay some dividends. And you'd think, in the end, that's become a 5-point win. The first game of the season away on a pretty miserable night, away from home. You've got to give them great credit for turning up and playing.
There's no resting on their laurels, though. The hunger and desire was there from minute one again, wasn't it?
It certainly looked like it. The challenges will come thick and fast. I thought today was a big challenge for us. That looked a good Harlequins unit. They're not hurt by international call-ups as much anymore. It's a different unit there now. They've had a bit more time together than us in pre-season. But then we've had the game time recently, so we used that advantage, I thought, really well. We kind of pretty much blueprinted, didn't we, a lot of the Wasps type stuff onto today because of the similarity in conditions. And I thought we stuck at it very well. I thought guys who came in, I've got Don was exceptional. To come in and run the line out and be right in the engine room of that set piece was fantastic. Sam Simmons absolutely took off from the quality he was showing last year. Thought of Baxter as a unit. Faku's come in for his second game, his first what you call frontline start really, and did very, very well for us. He needs to work a bit on his fitness. You can probably tell he's not played rugby to that standard and that level all that much with that much movement and that much hard work for a fullback, but that's an exceptional start for him. I think there's a lot of things you can say there. Marcus coming off the bench like he did and being part of that big effort was great for us. Will Whitty starting in a frontline group. There's some really, really important contributions there, and I think those guys you've got to say well done. You fit in really well, and let's see where we can drive you now going forward.
Must have been satisfying that there were a few problems with the line out during the game, but right near the end you really nailed a couple and got a couple of lovely tries.
Yeah, I think we grew, didn't we? And I think you always want to see yourself as a team that can grow through 80 minutes. There's always I'm not going to say a feeling out process because I don't like saying that. That makes it feel like you're just having a look at the opposition. Actually, there's some of the physicality in defence early on really set the tone, didn't it? Some big hits there, some turnovers from qualities of collisions. Those things really set a tone and make the opposition know nothing's coming easy. And the more you can show the opposition, you're going to have to be able to dig deep and work really, really hard today if you want anything out of this game. That's a great quality to have, and we showed that in spades today. You got to give a lot of credit to the players the way they turned up today.
A lot of the headlines tomorrow will be about Sam Simmons and why he's not in the England team, but a lovely little tribute there to Thomas the Tank Walden when he got his third try.
Yeah, well, the lads have kind of been, whenever we show any clips of Sam, literally it's been going on for a few seasons now, that they do the old kind of turkey warble every time he goes near the ball, which is what they used to do with Tom, and he's obviously taking on the try celebration. He's obviously buying right into it, which you may as well do. If the players keep saying it, you're going to have to do it at some stage. But he's bang on form. That first try was an exceptional piece of play. There's probably not another back row forward in the country who can do that. And I think that's what he's got to do. He's got to keep showing the things that he can do that no one else can do. And if he keeps doing that's how you change an international selector's mind.
Pace of a number 8, though. Johnny May would have been impressed with that run.
Yeah, well, he goes round the winger, doesn't he? That's the reality. He goes round the ring and he runs away from Danny Kerr, and they're quick guys. But that's what he's got. He's got a point of difference. But his point of difference, you have to put him in a position to use it. And I think that's the key. At the moment, England maybe can't find a way to use that. Let's hope they find a way to use it in the future.